Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new horror film, The Beast Within, from director Alexander J. Farrell. And this film takes place in the wild English countryside, focusing on a 10-year-old girl with health issues who's out in this compound, isolated from the world, with her mother and her father and grandfather, and starts to realize that her father has something dark and ominous and dangerous deep inside. And this film features a very strong cast, from Caitlin Springle, who plays this young girl, who gives a strong performance, especially for a child actor. You have Ashley Cummings, who plays her mother. Kit Harington of Game of Thrones fame plays the father, who delivers a big performance. There's a lot of physicality to it, and there's a lot of darkness underneath the surface. You have veteran actor and also Game of Thrones alum James Cosmo, who plays the grandfather here, which also cool to see Kit Harington and James Cosmo back together. And he's just a great presence to throw into any film and bring some weight to it. And the performances are strong. I think Farrell creates this gothic, ominous atmosphere really well. The allegory for this werewolf kind of story, I think the building of tension, of never quite seeing the big picture, or specifically the beast within this father, until very end of the film, it does a good job of building that tension, a la Jaws style of the less you see, the better. Less is more in that situation. I do feel like once this film kind of refocuses on exactly what it really is, and it starts to use some pretty on-the-nose, blunt exposition dumps to the audience, I feel like it kind of loses its luster. And I do feel like the film gets quite muddled in its final moments, trying to reframe exactly what we've been watching the whole entire time. I do think that for most of the film, there's some rock-solid tension building. This isn't the scariest of horror films you're going to see, and honestly, in a year strong with horror films, this one might just kind of slip away to the side. But I do think that the atmosphere, the performances, and some of these monstrous elements really work for the film, and it maximizes its creepy, eerie, isolated, wild setting in an effective way. I just feel like by the time the film gets to the end, it feels very clunky in expressing what it's really trying to say, and expressing it visually, and expressing to the audience in its forms of storytelling to really pull things together. I feel like it struggles to pull that together in the end. Doesn't quite stick the landing, but it does have a lot of potential that gets built up throughout the film that still makes it an effective and engaging experience enough, especially for horror fans out there. But those are my thoughts on The Beast Within. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.